What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Nerdy in Many Ways. I'm Dawson Weidrich along with Brigham from Brig's Comics, and it's exciting to have you, and it's some exciting news that we've gotten today and over this past week that we'll cover in a little bit. But today, we just saw the new posters for Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. And that was basically my reaction. They look so dang good. If you haven't seen it, look. Look how beautiful this is. Look how awesome of a poster that is. I mean, not only is it awesome looking scene between Kylo Ren and Rey, but you have the figure in the movie who's been theorized and speculated the whole time we've known Star Wars 9 was coming out. Darth freaking Sidious. I mean, holy crap. I mean, because you remember when they came out with the original trailer for this, how Darth Sidious's laugh is at the end.
Oh, yeah.
And it raised a lot of questions. People were like, is he actually going to be in the movie? Is it just an influence? Do they just mention him? Is it just a weird thing they threw in there? And for a while, people thought, oh, he's not going to be in it. It was just a joke. But it's not. He's in these movie posters, the main figure in the background overlooking everything, which could be symbolic of his character the entire saga.
I don't know what to say. I really don't. All I know is that this movie has so much potential.
It really does. And has a lot of hype going into it, which could also be a build-up for a letdown. But with all things that we've heard, I don't see how it can.
Like the Darth Maul thing going on right now, which I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but you can say a little bit of that.
Yeah, so you mentioned before to me a couple times this week how there have been theories and plot leaks about how Kylo Ren finds a Sith holocron of Darth Maul, but here's the catch, it's from before The Phantom Menace. And so it could easily tie things in. And also, you just learned that the original actor for Darth Maul has been hinting at a comeback to the character.
Yes! Which he could be hinting at, of course, the Ian McGregor Obi-Wan TV series.
Which is also going to be exciting.
Which, he references are saying he's for Star Wars 9, so who knows, but with the entire... When I was reading this article about Darth Maul might be returning, like you said, what got me was the entire fact that he'd be before The Phantom Menace, which kind of makes you think, what makes this important?
The holocron.
Why would there be something from before The Phantom Menace, and what would it have to do with, like 70 years later?
Well, I think, we've talked about this, how it could mean that there could be a big, big moment of plot disposition to Kylo about how Darth Sidious has overseen everything in the entire saga, from everything in the prequel trilogy to the bringing up of Anakin to become Darth Vader, and then of course the original trilogy with Luke and how everything worked out there, all the way down to Snoke, and how all that was under the power of Darth Sidious.
And Darth Maul knew about it.
Yeah.
That makes me even more interested, and how the fact this could be the thing. How have you seen the trailer? How when Kylo Ren's going through trees fighting people, this could be Endor, like when Rey and Finn and Poe were going to the Death Star.
Yes.
He could be going to the Death Star because he found a clue in that holocron. Which
would be absolutely awesome. Maybe figure out a way to either bring Darth Sidious back or maybe lure him to Darth Sidious. I mean, you've talked about the Darth Plagueis theory about how Plagueis kind of transports his soul into other people's bodies.
And what if he went Kylo? That'd be really interesting.
Yeah, drew him in just to use him as a host, which could be really, really awesome. And then we also mentioned how we're going to mention some other things that have been talked about this week. The Mandalorian. New trailer dropped this week.
His look is literally the original concept from Boba Fett in the original cartoon that he was first in.
Only this Mandalorian is actually going to do something in a Star Wars movie. Or a Star Wars show. He's actually going to shoot people. He's actually going to be a BA character.
Except holding, the only thing Boba Fett really did was hold his dad's head.
No, he's actually going to be able to do something. We're actually going to be able to see a Mandalorian in action because, besides Jango Fett kind of did some stuff. Well, technically, he was CGI, but whatever. We're actually going to see a Mandalorian do some BA things. Because ever since, like you said, he was debuted way back when, before even Episode 5, people were expecting this to be an awesome character.
Well, it was like these people saw pictures and they're like, whoa, this guy's gonna be so cool. He looks sweet.
Yeah.
Mandalorians themselves look freaking awesome characters. And then he was just like, I guess
he was wasted. Absolutely wasted. He didn't do anything and then he died. But now they're going to have an actual series where they're going to show you the potential that these characters do have.
I love how it's based on bounty hunters, because there's this TV show about I don't know, 10 years ago planned? It was 10 years ago. It was supposed to be like a thing. George Lucas wrote an entire script called The Underworld. I think that's it. Just came to my mind, but it was about bounty hunters. It's supposed to be about bounty hunters.
And there was even a video game released around the same time about bounty hunters.
Yeah, and the TV show was canceled, unfortunately.
Which is sad. But now we're getting this, which is going to be on Disney Plus, of course. But I feel like it has a lot of potential. And also talking about Disney Plus, we have Ewan McGregor returning as freaking Obi-Wan Kenobi. The thing that every Star Wars fan has wanted ever since Episode 3 is finally happening.
If you don't like the prequels, you like Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Right, because he just did a fantastic job.
He's the best thing about those movies.
He really is. I mean, besides, of course, Qui-Gon, who was short-lived, rest in peace. But, of course, Obi-Wan was... I mean, he's directly involved in all 3 trilogies, or he's in both the first prequel and the original trilogy. And so you've talked about how he's been on the set of Episode 9.
Well, he could possibly.
Could possibly be. He's working with Disney. And so he could be on the set of Episode 9, could be involved that way in a very small manner.
Well, like I was thinking, it was like the entire fact that if he's working with Disney, what made the idea of him getting to talk to Disney? Was it on the set of Star Wars 9?
It's possible. We have no idea. We have no clue.
We have no idea, but I don't think we know anything about Star Wars 9. And The Last Jedi set it up where...
You can't predict where it's going to go.
At the end of Star Wars 8, you're like, where are they going to go after this? Nobody knew. And that was the fun part. Star Wars 9, Palpatine's back, and we don't know how. We don't know anything about this movie. We really don't.
I'm just really stoked for with all these new things coming out. I feel like Disney really has potential to save face when it comes to Star Wars, because over the past couple years they've faced a lot of criticism for how they've handled this part of the saga, which I've been fine with. I mean, Episode 8 to me was entertaining. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but it was fun. And then Episode 7 was also pretty fun, but I feel like I think Disney feels like they're under a lot of pressure to deliver on basically their unsaid promise to the fans of bringing them great Star Wars material. And I think with Star Wars 9, its potential, as well as The Mandalorian and Obi-Wan Kenobi, they really could meet that potential with the fans.
Oh, I'm so excited for this movie.
It's going to be really awesome.
Oh, it's like Star Wars is one big book. Each season is a chapter.
Mm-hmm.
We're coming to an end, and it has to tie everything together. And I don't know how they're going to do it, but hopefully they do it in a good way. I don't know. And please don't let it be a letdown that Lord Sidious just referenced. Yeah, please, because that would be the worst troll ever on fans. Everyone wanted to hate Disney. Disney's already being hated right now for the Sony Spider-Man deal. Yeah, so, let's not bring that up. You know, it's still a little fresh. But with that, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and thank you, Briggs from Briggs Comics, for coming in. Appreciate your time. And again, this is an exciting time to be a Star Wars fan. Again, if you haven't checked out any trailers for Star Wars Episode 9, check that out. Also, the Mandalorian trailer, as well as like and subscribe to this channel, as well as Briggs Comics. And we'll see you guys again soon. See you later.